my YouTube channel. My name is Kanya and welcome to Surviving Life, which is another one of my segments. So today on the couch, I have my bestie who will introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
So Michaela and I know each other from like high school, and and we're in university now, we're studying and also working, like we're doing a bunch of things, as you can see. So Michaela is an au pair, right? And she's going to tell us about her experience, like what you need to do to be an au pair, like how do you manage being an au pair, and also like studying or doing whatever it is that you're doing as well. So my first question for Michaela is like, when did you start being an au pair?
I started being an au pair May last year.
And last year was your first year out of high school, right?
Yes.
So generally, would you say that like families who are looking for au pairs, like what are they looking for? Like, do you have to be a certain age? Do you have to be like do you have to drive? What are the requirements basically to be an au pair?
So
in South Africa, by the way.
Basically, you have to be above 18, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be in school. And it depends with the vehicle. It depends. Like one of my jobs, I looked after a baby. So I just had to get to the house and then I did not leave the house until it was home time.
So you could Uber or get dropped by a relative.
As long as you have transport there, it's okay.
It's okay.
Then others, they mainly look for vehicles as you'll fetch the kids from school, you'll go home, you'll do homework, you'll do projects, and then you'll leave. Normally there are afternoon jobs as you'll pick the kids up from school. It's very rarely that you'll get a morning job. So that's the time I normally study is the mornings, and then I work in the afternoons. And it's normally from 1 to 5. There's the random family that will be until 8 o'clock in the night. Matric, obviously, you need your matric, it's not even consideration. But it's each family's different. Like some want first aid, some don't. So
some require like first aid, some require a license, some require you to have like long hours staying with the family, etc.
Some must travel.
Some you must travel. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So what would you say like your personal experience has been like? Do you think you have to be not maternal, but like, with kids and everything, do you think you really have to be someone who likes kids?
Yes.
To be able to do that job?
The patience.
Yeah, the patience to deal with kids, because I feel like some people can't do that, but they just want a job to get paid, and I feel like if you're just doing it for the job to get paid, don't do it, because you literally coming into someone's home and you need to respect a lot of their personal space and all of that jazz. So what would you say like the pay range is like? Is it depending on how many hours you work, or?
It's very different. So some families are per hour, some families are fixed salary, and some is salary plus petrol or hourly plus petrol. So I prefer a set salary, because hours you can't, like they could say, oh no, we don't need you 3 days a week. Then you earn maybe 200 Rand a week. That's not going to get you anywhere. So I normally say I want X amount. I don't ever say this, we discuss. And a lot of jobs in South Africa underpay you.
They do.
Like one of my jobs, I got like 28 Rand an hour, and it was with a baby. So like that doesn't work. And especially with the petrol increase, you've got to request petrol prices up.
I think I know minimum wage is like 22 Rand an hour, but then like that's also depending on what will sustain you, and a lot of people will just go by that. Hey?
Yeah, so more kids that you look after, more money you should get. Ages, the younger the child is, the more money you should get, because they're quite like
you need to take care of them.
Yes. So I'm with the family now that's 2 kids. I get a good salary. It's also the distance you have to drive to get there. A lot of families, they'll pay you petrol, but not to get to them. Only once you have the kids to their house and not home. So if you're going to drive 30 kilometers to work, but only drive 2 kilometers from the work to the house, you're getting no petrol. Exactly.
Sheesh, that's so hectic. So tell us about like your actual work experience. Like what did you have to do? So you pick up the kids, or like tell us about your work experience now.
The current job.
Yeah, the current job you're doing.
Okay, so now obviously I'm in Pretoria. So now I fetch the kids from school, take them home, do their homework, see if they have any projects, and then I leave as soon as homework's done. So I work about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day.
So you basically help them with your homework?
Yeah, because they're grade 5 kids.
Oh, okay. Do you like get them something to eat?
No, they do that all themselves.
They do that themselves because they're grown enough, hey? Okay, so you just do their homework, fetch them from school, and drop them back, and like basically maybe babysit until their parents come.
No, so some families that I have worked with, it's please stay at the house until I get back. But this family, as soon as homework's done, you go. So my end time is 5 o'clock. If say the homework runs over 5 o'clock, they say no, it's fine, you go. 5 o'clock is your end time. But if I finish at 3:30, they say I can go.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice of them.
Yeah.
And I know your previous workplace, you had to take care of like a baby, like a literal baby, guys.
Yeah.
So how was that? Like, what did you have to do for that family?
So the parents worked from home. Sometimes the parents would leave like to do shopping or whatever. So I'd get there at around 9 in the morning. This was a morning job. And she was not bottle fed, so I never fed her with a bottle. But she started going on to solid foods. So it was get there, play with her a little, put her to sleep. She wouldn't go no like crib, so I'd have to hold her for about an hour and a half. Then it was play, give her a fruit snack, watch her carefully because, you know, she could choke, she doesn't have proper teeth. Then it was, now we're going to try give her lunch, which is a solid meal. Yes, it's messy, she plays around. And then you change her clothes afterwards, even though she's got a bib, it's messy. Sometimes you would have to take a wet cloth and
like wipe her.
Changing nappies.
She changed nappies, guys.
And it was just basically, you know, teaching her to clap, teaching her to wave because she didn't do that. You know, she was going to be behind. So I started when she was like 3-4 months and I ended at 10 months.
Okay, that's a long time in someone's life.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. So I've also had like my share of work experiences, but today we're going to be talking about basically being au pair in South Africa. So we lived in Cape Town last year in 2020, and then like we now live in, well, she lives in Pretoria, I live in Johannesburg, and basically the experience, would you say it's more or less the same, like Cape Town versus
I definitely
Pretoria?
think in Pretoria there's more money. Everyone thinks Cape Town, big city, more money. But Pretoria, there's definitely more money.
More money.
Also, there's a lot more opportunities.
To be in au pair.
Yeah, Cape Town, you search. I applied, there's like various ways I applied. There's Facebook groups.
Oh, there's Facebook groups? Okay.
There's a site called Au Pair SA.
Oh.
So you just put your location.
I will put the websites and the stuff down below for you guys to check it out if you want.
And I put my post up, and within a day I had like 7 families want to interview me. But obviously I was in Cape Town at the time, so I lost a lot of those opportunities because they wanted in-person interviews. And I was only moving 2 weeks after I put that post up. But still, when I got here, I got a job within being here for a week. And obviously I left that job because it was just the distance wasn't working. And I got this job 2 days after I left that job.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So what would you say your like, what I would say, your not struggles have been like? Is it the distance? Have you ever had like an altercation with the family where something just went wrong and you are like
I think here, you know, the area Centurion, a lot of au pair families are there, and that's 30 kilometers from me. So driving 30 kilometers and then at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon and then having to come back peak hour traffic 5-6 o'clock, it's like 60-70 kilometers of your petrol, and you're getting what? You end up losing money. So I said to that family, listen, I can't do that anymore, it's not working for me. Also staying in that area all day, because now it's going to be 30, it's just not going to work. So I left them. So I think that's the biggest struggle, is a lot of families are there because it's quite a high up area, Centurion. But everything.
So the struggle has been generally distancing, getting to the workplace.
Yeah, nothing is like you know, horrible families or schools being here and houses being here. Everything in Pretoria is quite close. Okay.
Have they ever asked you, if none of the families you worked with ever asked you for something like ridiculous to do, like, and you're like, no, what the fuck?
My previous family, yeah. So their house was about here, and then the school was here, which looked close, but it was about 13 kilometers there and back. And no, I'm joking, 21 kilometers. What am I saying? And I'd have to pick the one kid up, take them home. Then 10 minutes later, I'd have to pick the other one up and go back home because this one didn't want to wait 10 minutes in the car. and then I would have to go and take that one back to school for sports, and then take him back home. And for me, also I'd have to do morning runs, so I'd have to drive at 6 o'clock in the morning to their house when, you know, the mom could have just taken the kids to school because it's like 7 kilometers away, and she worked from home. So things like that, I was just like, no, that's not gonna work for me. Yeah.
So maybe they wanted an au pair for that reason, to be like, I don't want to do anything. I just want her to take care of literally everything else.
Yeah.
So interesting, guys. Yeah, if you want to become an au pair, we'll link, as Michaela said, all those websites and the Facebook pages that you can get information from. And yeah, get your bag. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out other videos and stay tuned for more tips and tricks on how to survive life. And Michaela will definitely respond to any comments or questions you have. So, and obviously I will too. Just comment down below any questions you might have, and we'll be sure to get back to you.